Hey guys, welcome back. It's Andrew from Harley-Davidson Abu Dhabi here. You've just bought your brand new Harley-Davidson. First time owner, you got no idea where to start. As a long-time Harley rider, I'm here to share 5 tips on how to get maximum enjoyment from your new Harley-Davidson. Tip number 1. This is for the guys who just bought an Ultra, a road glide, or a street glide. No lies, they are heavy bikes, but there's a small trick to them. Most guys struggle to get it lifted, and there's an easy way around it. Let me show you. So, as you can see, this is how your bike would normally be parked. Standard, nothing special. Try and lift it from this angle. It's a mission. I weigh 85 kgs, I struggle to lift this from this angle. Easy way to sort it out, turn the handlebar in. No effort whatsoever. Now, translating this into your everyday life, bike's parked again. You throw your leg over, pull the bar in, easy peasy, off to go. Much easier, it's just about the angles. Step 2, suspension setup. Suspension setup is an absolute necessity on any motorcycle. It affects the way you ride, it affects the way your bike handles, and it affects the comfort. First of all, if the suspension is too soft and you're hitting corners hard, the bike's going to feel like it has a wobble in the corner. That means you're running soft. I will show you quickly how to adjust it. With the adjustment, it's important to take into account your weight, your passenger weight, and your luggage weight. Because if you over tighten it, the bike is going to have no suspension. If you underload it, you're going to get bottoming out, you're going to get wobbles and turns, and pretty much the bike will become unstable during handling. On your touring models, each one will be different. Like this is a 2022 street glide, so it has these screw points. Your older touring models will have like these quarter clips, but they will also have different suspension. They'll be running more on air suspension. Click the box off. Keep it safe. Then, as you can see, you've got a little adjuster knob down here with numbers on. Each number represents a preload setting. When you turn it, it gives a nice click at each point. You will adjust this according to your weight. It is in your user manual, it's available online, and if you have any doubts, give your local dealership a call. We'll ask your weight. It's not a personal thing, it's just so we know what we're working with. We will ask, are you going to have luggage with you? We'll add that into account so that you have the right suspension setup. Me personally, when I'm riding softails, I like to dial it up a bit stiffer because I do tend to push the softails a bit harder than the touring bikes. On my touring, I set it precisely for my weight and my passenger weight. Get a great ride every single time. Tip number 3, tire pressures. Tire pressure is very important. This can affect the handling of the bike at high speeds, in corners, and what happens. If your tire pressure is too low, you hit a pothole, you can actually damage the rim, ends your trip. Tire pressure too hard, it'll feel like your bike doesn't have suspension. On your newer touring models, they come standard with tire pressure monitors. To show you this example, on this model we actually deflated the tire to show you how the system works. This has shown us low pressure detected. You can either click yes, no, or details. When you click yes, the GPS navigation will direct you to the nearest fuel station and you can sort your pressure out. If you click details, it's going to show you which wheel. So as you can see, on the rear wheel, the pressure is running low. Pressures we recommend on the back end, you're looking at about 40 psi. On the front, you're looking at 30. The reason you're running a higher back pressure is because that is where your weight is going to be. If you look at the bike, gearbox sits down there, rider, passenger, luggage. So you need more pressure in the back. And as you're going through corners, that's where the pressure goes to because of the weight on the back of the bike. So tire pressure is very important. Before a trip, just have it checked out. If you're running one of the Softail models, stop at the fuel station, just check the pressures. It'll save you a lot of hassle along the road. Tip number 4. This is all about counter body weight on your bike. This comes into play when you're doing low speed riding, parking lots, maybe even like a parade or something and you need to make a turn, or an emergency U-turn, went down the wrong road, need to turn around. So how this works is, when you are on the bike, let's say you are going to U-turn to the right. You would shift your body weight to the left. I know it sounds strange, but you're not going to lean with the bike, you're just going to end up tipping over. So what that would mean is shifting your weight to the left as you turn the handlebar at the low speed. This is the opposite of highway riding. Highway riding, you're leaning with the bike. Then, with regards to that, you're going to use the clutch and the throttle in balance. Let the motor do the work. Don't worry about pushing the bike. This bike is designed to pull its own weight and yours. Use that to your advantage when turning around. And if you do feel the bike is going to tip, bit of throttle, it'll pull you right out of that situation. Last but not least, tip number 5. Ride responsibly. We at Harley-Davidson, we love our customers. We want to have a long relationship with you guys, and obviously, we want you on our bikes. When out there riding, if you're on a new road, take it easy till you learn the path. Anything can happen. When you're in the city, watch out for unnecessary gaps. This is pretty basic stuff, but some guys do tend to forget it. And when they start riding in groups, friends start chasing each other. I'm guilty of it. My friends are guilty of it. Then some of the newer riders might ride outside of their limits. But it is also a good thing to watch the other riders. Don't necessarily follow their speed. Learn their techniques if they are more experienced than you. It's really helpful, especially in the long term. But be safe, because we want you here for the long term. So that was my personal 5 tips to a new Harley-Davidson owner. Things I wish someone told me when I started off with Harley-Davidson. And again, guys, thanks for watching the video. We really appreciate it. If you want to see anything at all, drop it in the comments, drop us a like, subscribe, put the notifications on. Like, we're dropping a lot of content and we don't want you to miss any of it. I'm Andrew from Harley-Davidson Abu Dhabi, and thanks again for watching.